heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near, taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed, share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong, 'cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's showtime.
Welcome. You know what today is?
Monday.
Today is USA Olympic Appreciation Day.
Nice.
I gotta tell you, the women did something. 66 medals for the women.
Yep.
47 for the men. 66. And the last day, the last event, we got the 38th gold to beat the Chinese. 38-37.
39.
Or 39-38, whatever it was.
Yep.
We got the last medal was a female gold medal. Wow. I mean, talk about holy cow.
Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday, ladies. Congratulations to all the other
Congratulations.
winners and to all the ladies out
The
there.
ladies brought it. 66 medals.
They said if the ladies were their own country, they would have come in fourth in the entire Olympics.
They brought it.
Can you
Now,
imagine being your own country? pretty
Now
amazing.
I'm gonna show you how good the team was that we had in Rio de Janeiro 4 years ago. In 47 less events, they got more medals. In 47 less events. That's how good that squad was 4 years ago. But moving on, I want to celebrate every Olympian when they come home should have a parade, just like we do for our soldiers and everything else. And I'm going to be pushing for that. But I got some breaking news.
Yeah.
I got an email text this morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, from the Beasley radio station, who are going to ask us to help put together a campaign to get people to change their ideas and to get inoculated, to get vaccinated. And do you remember when this started? And Slick was been here the longest. And I wanted to use the song of hope that we play every morning on this show. And I sent it to the White House because Steve knew the White House and everything. And I said, someday you're going to see this song because it's the song of hope. And they approved it.
Who did, Beasley?
69 radio stations across the country. We
Have
a
you
meeting.
told?
Jody called me.
Have you told Kendra?
I haven't told nobody. I just told you guys.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
I haven't told nobody. Because the campaign
That is the most amazing song.
I got Tenet Hospital on the speed dial. I got the hospital. I went to talk to Chuck at his hospital. Every nurse in the country that's vaccinated. And I know you guys are tired of treating those people that are not vaccinated in the hospitals. I saw the whole thing this morning. And they are bombarding us with putting the campaign out that we talked about. And this song, because I had said, I had a dream about this. Linda thought I was crazy this morning because she doesn't understand what we've been through from the beginning here. Not there, but here. And I want to get that song going. I want to get this plan going. I want doctors to do public statements. I want to block out all the misinformation.
That's the issue.
All the misinformation, because we're at 61% and this is a runaway bull. And we got to get together the way we did at the Olympics. We got to do what we do best in this country, is get back on the horse as one horse, not two horses. 1.2 trillion will be approved tonight for roads and bridges and infrastructure. Listen, if those knuckleheads can get it together, why can't we? That's all I'm saying. If you got a question, or let's debate a question, let's get it out in the open. This doesn't make you right and me wrong and you right. Let's just get the common ground. Kids start school next Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Or tomorrow with the mask situation. If I had a kid, I would ask that he wear it until this gets under control. There are more kids now in the hospital than ever before.
Well, Palm Beach County has now, this is what you got to learn about Palm Beach County.
Everybody has.
There is a mandate that you must wear your mask as a student and teacher in Palm Beach County schools.
For the time being.
Unless
You've been
teachers
inoculated.
have no out. Teachers have to wear them. They can't opt out. Your parent writes a letter that, for whatever reason, you should not be wearing your mask.
No, it has to be an acceptable reason.
And
Like
what-
you got rash, you got herpes, whatever. I don't know what it is.
Nope, it's just you can opt out for any reason you want to opt out.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. This campaign is not about being politically correct. It's not about using words that don't offend. This is life or death.
Perfect campaign for Freddie.
And did they call? But check this out. Did they call me? Of everybody they could have called? Are you serious?
It's funny. Last night I was watching on CNN had a special, The Makings of a Sitcom, and they went through all the sitcoms, and it was a great special.
Watch your mess.
And a lot of them talk like you.
Fuck like me, huh?
Totally doesn't matter. Offensive,
No,
insulting, doesn't matter.
No.
Spread the message. They don't really care as long as the message
It's
is
not
received.
offensive. It's necessity.
If you take a look back at some of the sitcoms, it was like,
If you're sitting on a train track and the train's coming at you, you want me to say, "Excuse me, sir, how are you? Are you having a good day? Oh, and by the way, you're about to get squished like a bug, really?
Just have
And
conversation.
you're not going to have me
Yeah.
beep, beep, out of beep, beep, the way? No?
Yeah, it's just the New York.
but you know, we need to make sure that the workplace culture stays
for
positive.
sure.
That has nothing to do with the workplace culture.
Kind of does.
It does, you know.
Guys, there are guys dying. There were guys sick. There
I
is
understand.
a
I
new
see.
strain on. You know,
see it.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the real. I mean, I am selfish as a business person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. After a year and a half of lockdown and trying to sidestep and being politically correct, I'm a little tired.
Friday, Beth did you and me in. We sat
Get me
here.
in.
Friday, we sat here till 6 o'clock looking for pieces for Jay.
Oh, yeah.
8 of them.
And we went with this guy. We got to go back. We got to start all over with you guys and go back to the beginning because by the time you all left, we still had to clean, vacuum, mop, and then look for Jay's pieces. And he and I looked at each other and like, we're done. There was nothing more we could do. He looks at me. He goes, "You look like I feel like you've been run over by a truck."
And I looked for it August and June. No, July and August.
it was
She had to go
May.
to June
May.
to find. May to find.
I
them.
found them.
That ain't happening no more. This is going to be packed up day of and sent out and then washed. I'm done. I'm not going back to look for elements anymore. You either do it, you either get it, you get got. No more looking for. Now I can't put myself through that again.
But I got good news. Salsa's coming back in 2 weeks. She's going to be coming back, so she's excited, which will be nice. We got a new Comcast campaign coming out, so
Watch your master.
a new
coming through
Comcast
the
commercial.
speaker.
We have to work on that one.
Oh, I got some breaking news. We have new hands coming on Friday. Now, normally we have been sending players to Beasley to help them do their thing.
Is he going to be
Beasley.
okay with this?
Beasley is sending
Look,
us.
he's holding his heart already.
Beasley's sending us a new player,
Who's playing?
Jamisi.
You're mad funny. Okay, cool. We got
Apparently,
new
she
hands.
is coming up. I've never met her.
I never met her as well. I only met her one time.
I thought Dan was coming in today.
I don't know if he's coming
I
in.
can
but-
FaceTime him. Let me see what Dan's up to.
He's back in town, I think.
Yeah, back up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I thought
is-
Dan was coming back in town. Why is what? Why are people texting you?
No, why is Slick
Laughing?
doubting me?
He's just laughing
I'm
is what I
telling
think.
You because that's hilarious. It's so you that you would tell that, you know. Situation.
Well, I'm not telling it. It's in play. Not only is it in play, she has a new show on Saturdays at 4 o'clock.
Really?
They gave her a new show
That's
because they
good.
want her to learn. And when I asked Jody if it was okay, she says, "Oh my God, yes." So she's going to control here and the radio station.
Never mind.
She's a broadcast major like you.
She's in school?
And she goes down to Broward, and then she does an after school deal. So I sort of had to go, but she's willing to come in because I need some hands for Friday.
We definitely need Friday crew, for sure.
But she is coming. If you want to read the text, it's right here.
No, it's okay. I believe you.
Oh, I know all about you.
What? No, what do you know about me?
And you and me,
You
we're
wanna
going to
hear
have a
about my
look.
Saturday? My Saturday was amazing.
Yeah, tell me about your Saturday, Slick.
My Saturday, I woke up at 8, took a nice shower, went right back to sleep. Woke up around like 3 o'clock, took a nice shower, went right back to sleep. My Saturday was a very restful Saturday.
Nice.
Also, it was like, I don't even know how I did it. I just felt like, I think the weeks just
There's
took
Dan.
took a lot of hours.
I think the week wore everybody out this week.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, how many showers did you
I
take?
took 2. Like I woke up, I didn't realize I fell asleep. I don't know what time I fell asleep after the shower, but it was a nice, calming, relaxing shower with like, I think I got a new charcoal body wash. It was nice. Like it was.
He used his charcoal body wash, he showered, he slept.
Yeah.
I think everyone was wiped out last week.
You remind me of The Rock.
What?
Did you see? Oh, look who's back.
Yeah,
Mr.
the guy
Mercer.
that doesn't let me hold his dog.
Listen, the dog is good, right?
Pablo's good?
told
Dog's
him, man.
good. I got a picture every day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good service.
But with me out, you would have had a FaceTime.
No, he wouldn't have known what he was walking back to with you. So anyway, The Rock,
Yeah.
he bathes 3 times a day. Gets up in the morning, then he works out, another shower,
I don't
goes to
call it
work.
workouts, so.
12 hours plus work, comes home, another shower. The Rock believes cleanliness is the way to go.
I agree.
Alan Kushner believes if you're dirty, then take a shower. So that's one smelly dude.
Who's
man.
Alan Kirshner?
Kinda sour.
Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, Ashton.
What do they call him?
Alan?
Alan Ashton.
You called him Alan Kushner.
Alina,
And
Lana.
his name is Ashton Kutcher.
Made him sound like Jerry Kushner.
And you know who he was talking about. That's even scarier.
Of course, we share a brain.
How's your dad?
He's up and kicking. He's
That's
doing his life.
awesome.
Yeah, he
That was his picture,
I
right?
know, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
You sent me that
How do you
Saturday
like
night,
that
which was
gift?
great.
He liked it?
Oh, yeah, he was very surprised by it. He was surprised that I showed up, and he was
Aw.
very surprised by the gift. So, yeah, he was happy. It was big wins all around.
That's awesome.
Everybody got to win on Saturday. His dad got to win. He got to win. Your sister got to win. Again, congratulations on that. I went to the radio station on Saturday. They hang stuff, and because he was away, she was covering the studio on Saturday. See, he already knows. She was coming to the studio on Saturday, and that gave me an opportunity to talk to her for an hour and asked her, "Do you want to come?" And she said, "Oh my God, I would love to."
You know what
So
my win on
everybody-
Saturday was?
No.
I tried a new supplement. I am like the marketing person. If people market to me and I'm like, oh yes, I'm going to try that. Oh yes, I'm going to try that. So I tried this new supplement. Not one bottle at the store. They go, oh, you should buy another bottle. I buy two. I take them both. Saturday night I almost went to the hospital. I got myself so sick from my new supplement. That was my non-win on Saturday. I'm thinking, see, you have the same thing. It's
Yeah.
very complicated. Facebook just changed its platform, so now I don't know what to do. So, note to self, do not try new supplements unless you know what is in them. Yeah, and I preach this. How many years do I say, all supplements are not created equal. Do not take them unless you read the label. I go, no, let's take 2. Oh, let's not take 2, let's take 4. 3 a.m. Saturday morning, I thought I was going to die. It was either my heart or my stomach. I was like, bad. Yes,
Yeah, but it lingered until yesterday.
so I'm back on soup and toast.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this is what happens when you look at J-Lo do a commercial.
That is, well, I wasn't going to say who it was because now everyone's going to know what the commercial is, but thank you for letting the cat out of the bag.
It was J-Lo, right?
And now we're at 2.
J-Lo does that commercial with the pills.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, but she can take it because, you know,
She's
she's
J-Lo.
J-Lo. You decide to take 2 pills.
4.
And then you double up the quantity. What is it with you?
It was, well, the directions say 2 twice a day. I took 2 once a day on Saturday, and now I've got 2 full bottles. So those will be going back to the store. But that's what you got to do. But I'm
Well-
glad you got new people. NN looks beautiful. You showed me a picture this morning.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook. They're mentally unstable.
You can't do anything, right? I know.
They're mentally unstable. That's all I can tell you. Write in, please, and let
Because
Facebook
we can't
know.
figure out what we're doing.
And they won't let me share it to my own pages.
Nope.
To my own pages.
There's no way to share to a page now. I know. It's crazy. Anyway, how was your weekend, Lana?
It was eventful. I had a good Saturday as well. I was able to take off of work, and I went out to lunch with my grandpa, just my grandpa and
Aw.
I. So we had
Is that common?
No, that was the first time. You know, my grandma and my grandpa are always together. So no, a week or 2 ago, my grandpa was like, let's go out to lunch, just you and me. So he's like, I'll pick you up. So I had a great time. It was
Aw,
special.
that's
But
so nice.
This past year's been so rough for him. He's one of those who's immune compromisable, and so he hasn't really been out and about this past year. So it was also special for us to be able to go outside of the house and eat together and feel safe. So
That's awesome. Everyone's vaccinated?
everyone in my family is vaccinated and healthy, thank goodness. And
That's
yeah.
great.
So my Saturday was pretty nice and special too.
That's awesome.
Can anybody go to Jeremiah's over the weekend? I could not get anywhere near it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
It was busy.
It
My
was
car busy.
it was spilling into the streets.
The pictures were great.
My goodness, great! I could not get in. The line to get in went around the corner. I said, I'm not doing it.
I got to send them the commercial you did. You got to send it to me. And I want to send them the spot.
I want to open up a Jeremiah's here. Because
Yeah.
if they get that kind of traffic, holy smokes! I mean, you saw it?
I saw it on through social media. They had the line around the corner. They had DJ and they had everybody there. They had the pets there.
It was
everything.
crazy. And then I saw our friend Renee in Tampa. They called me at 9:30 in the morning. They're very busy this week.
I see that.
And they gave me a walking tour of Lot 4 at Tampa and Lot 3, where they were giving the packs, the school packs. It must have been 3,000 people there. And the majority had masks on.
Nice.
Majority had masks on.
That's fantastic.
Renee was very happy. The vendors were very happy. We have 3 guests. We actually have 9, but we're going to use 3 guests for Thursday night. Renee's going to come on to do the 7:30. So we're going to include that. And as
Put on
many
your
of you
roller
guys
skates.
can be here Thursday night,
It'll all be virtual.
because what we want to do is it's all virtual. What we want to do is we want to do that event here. So I got a question on these today. And what's going to happen down there is because it's 5 acres of land, each one of you will have
An acre?
a territory
Oh.
that you're going to have your own vendors. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You better have your cards ready. You better have your show ready. You better have your podcast ready because they are looking forward to meeting each and every one of you.
That's going to be awesome. So that's going to
That's
be
gonna be
Thursday at 7:30. And I'm going to try and invite everyone back Thursday at 7. What we didn't get to do last week, maybe if I give enough notice this week, we'll be able to get some runway on it.
It's in your capable hands.
Things to do. Amy Rashevsky is going live again this week. I'm going to put Alana, I'm going to give you Amy. I'm going to wrap her up in a nice
No,
little
no,
bow.
don't do that.
No?
No, like to light a candle.
Yeah. Well, it's the art, so it's kind of perfect. So I'm going to teach her how to.
I
I'm
think you
not,
should
but
give
someone
Dan
else is
to
going to
Amy.
run the board
Yeah.
and download
Because Dan
things.
ain't normal anyway.
Dan likes him.
You like Amy?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Amy.
He's cool, yeah.
Amy's very cool.
Him to drink.
But I want to teach Alana how to run her board because Alana's here on Wednesdays.
Alana
To
is gonna
download
get a
her
heavy
video
dose of
and
board
to
today.
download
You're gonna get a heavy dose
pictures.
of board, and you're gonna get a heavy dose of board. We're gonna change it up because I need people to interact.
Bring on the boards. I think it's like a set.
Slick, you're just gonna be teaching. Josh, you're gonna be teaching. We're gonna get a heavy
Josh did a
dosage.
great job teaching Alana today.
Oh yeah.
Heavy dosage of board work.
Slick gotta put on his teaching hat.
Yeah.
He's back to wearing his hat. Did you get a haircut?
Oh no, it's bad hair day, so I didn't get no barber this week.
You got a bad hair that you barely have any hair.
No, it's getting long. His barber's very busy. You should send
Barber's
him.
very booked out. You know?
Did you see
But-
the guy from what's his name? The actor. He was on 8.
Yeah.
What's the name of that movie? 8 something or
8 Mile.
Ocean's 8,
Ocean's 8. Yeah, what's his name?
Brad Pitt,
No, the other guy. Clooney.
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
He should run for president, by the way.
23. He's thinking about it. 23 years. Do you know how he cuts his own hair? The float thing with the vacuum.
Does he? The Floby?
Everybody was laughing. He was on Sunday. You didn't watch the Sunday news? Oh, you probably weren't.
I was sleeping.
He says the Floby is perfect because his hair is perfect.
Yes.
And his beard. And he says, for 23 years, I've been using the Floby. And the lady was dying. Are you serious? He says, it works.
What's a Floby?
You put an attachment on a vacuum cleaner, and it has blades. And because you're putting it on your head, and hopefully your head is even, it comes out beautiful. And he cuts his own hair, Floby style. This is George Clooney. This guy should have his own beautician, right?
Yeah. All right.
He says, nope, I save my money. I use it when I need it to use it. And he uses the Floby. And the guy, he didn't name the product. The lady did. The lady was doing the interview for Sunday. No news. She
I'm
said
getting
Floby.
videos of our feed. It looks like we're glitchy. But it looks fine it looks fine here. So people are sending me videos saying you're looking glitchy.
Who's looking glitchy?
You. So look at the video I got. Look at your hand. 1, 2,
Glitchy guy this morning.
3.
Okay, what you got to do,
4.
whoever sent you that, refresh your page because
The
Face-
stream is strong over here.
Facebook is in the midst of changing Facebook accounts.
Again.
She got hit, I just got hit, and you are probably getting hit. That's why you get the glitch. Just refresh and you'll be okay.
Refresh your page.
'Cause this
Those
is what
shall
it looks
rename
like.
nameless.
That's what it looks
I
like.
like that.
Boy, Zuckerberg is doing too much right
It's crazy what's going on. I know. And how was your weekend?
Saturday I worked on a wedding. I recorded a wedding, and then after I
You got
went out-
married?
No, I recorded.
Oh, recorded
I got
it.
it. And then after I went out with some friends to celebrate, she was graduating. And Sunday in Brazil is considered Father's Day, so I spent with my dad. We went for
This
lunch.
past Sunday was Father's Day
This-
in Brazil.
In
Yeah,
Brazil?
yeah.
Nice.
So we did lunch and movies.
I think every day should be Father's Day.
I think every day is Father's Day.
No, not Mother's Day. Not Mother's Day.
And Mother's Day.
Not Mother's Day. The Mother's getting enough credit.
You know, today in South Africa, it's a National Women's Day.
Hey, look at that. There you go.
And do you know today in the Bronx is National Men's Hercules Day?
I don't know.
I want to go back to doing
Do you remember the Hercules bar?
to doing today in
Candy bar?
history,
I
guys.
don't know. I don't know.
You don't remember the Hercules candy bar?
I don't think I ever been to Hercules Candy. Describe it for me. What did they
It's a
wear?
mouthful.
What did they wear in there?
It's a mouthful. Not
It's a
weird. It's a
mouthful.
Hercules candy bar.
I've never
Like
seen
the
it.
Reggie bar. You remember the Reggie bar?
No.
No, elaborate.
Remember the whatchamacallit? How do you
Yeah, I
know
know
about that?
whatchamacallit,
You're too
yeah.
young.
I know whatchamacallit.
I know
They
what-
have them in stores.
They still have them?
That's
Yeah,
their
the-
right stores.
The whatchamacallits are still here.
What, the back room of a store? Who the hell
No,
does a
some
whatchamacallit?
7-Elevens and corner stores have the whatchamacallit bar.
It's about to expire. That's in that section.
They sell that
Whatchamacallit.
expired candy. Oh, we used to have one of those at NN. She got rid of the machine and
You ever
everything.
notice how many ways you can put chocolate, peanuts, and caramel together and have a different candy bar?
Oh yeah.
We got that right here.
Yes, these smell so amazing. So
Let's hand
Israel,
these out so people can have
Israel
them.
brought in homemade cookies for us. He brought in another container of ice cream. So we now have, I'm sorry, it's gelato. I've got pistachio, vanilla, and coconut gelato. And then he brought in cookies. He must like me because they
want one?
smell amazing. These
You
were
want
just
one?
baked,
All right, you
freshly
want?
baked
Yes?
today.
No? You want?
No, it's okay.
I want you to have
Freshly baked
3.
today.
No, it's okay.
All right, I'll take it. No one wants one. Here.
They smell so good. And Josh's girlfriend is
Josh,
coming in.
wait.
I have
How
it
can
all.
we find out what it
Exactly.
tastes like if nobody tastes it?
Exactly.
They're really good. I eat them all the
You gotta
time.
take one for the team.
There's raisins,
Most
there's
definitely.
peanuts,
Wow, that was some move you
cherries.
made there.
What was the move?
That was some move.
So here's the quote of the day. Colin Powell says, "If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar
Soar.
to great heights."
Abraham Lincoln said that.
Colin Powell. Just saying. So did you hear that Apple, here's very interesting, they now have unveiled plans to scan your phones for images of sexual abuse. So they're looking for child pornography, and if they see a picture that they think is questionable,
Yep.
Like a naked baby picture?
they will contact you. Yep.
About time.
Anything that's
Gio told me
suspicious
this
to
was
actual
coming
persons
2 months ago.
in review to review. Well, here's the thing. There's two sides to this. One is, should they be looking for sexual abuse issues? Yes. The other thing is, that goes right to privacy because then now they can see everything.
They can see all your
And-
They're going to
and-
see all your pictures.
And remember this, Apple was always about being private.
Yeah. They're looking at all my photos.
Apple was always about being private.
Well, what begins to happen is that Apple abuses your
Privacy.
camera roll. You got a lawsuit.
So if the picture is dubbed child abuse, the user's account will be disabled and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children will be notified.
I got no problem with that. I got nothing to hide.
And here's your friend Ashton Kutcher is one of the supporters.
I have no problem with that. You know, there's too much Big Brother's watching. You know why Big Brother's watching?
People are
Because Big
screwing
Brother
up.
needs to watch.
People
Because
are.
obviously we're not capable
There's
of,
some crazies out there.
or we're not capable of taking care of our business the right way.
But I do have good news. I mean, good and bad news. So some of
Oh,
our
you're so full of good news.
some
What
of
do
our
you got now?
distant
Powell's
family
gonna
members,
declare war?
some of
What?
our distant family members tested positive for COVID, and they're vaccinated. That's the bad news. The good news is they're vaccinated and they're recovering very easily and very quickly.
How do you know they were exposed? They were exposed, but how do you know they got the virus?
Because they tested positive.
Or they did test positive?
The grandma and the grandpa tested positive.
Is it flu-like symptoms or like a cold?
The grandma had like a cold and she had like the flu for a couple hours and now she's fine.
How old is the grandma?
89.
So can we say that because she was vaccinated, grandma is not dying on a
And grandpa, yes.
They're not on an inhibitor, whatever
Right.
that's called.
Yep, they're
incubator?
not intubated, correct.
Have to go to the hospital.
Correct.
Because-
So they got sick like a mild flu, but in cold, but within like 3 days they're on the mend and they're good to go, and they're in their late 80s.
Oh.
So that is the
And
plus
there-
side of the vaccine.
And on the news, there was a 48-year-old guy in Jackson Memorial, and he's sitting there and he can't breathe, and he's describing about how he can't
Because
move.
he didn't get the vaccine.
And he didn't get the vaccine. So when they asked him, when this is all over and you qualify, would you take the vaccine? You know what he says? 90% yes. Really? I would have smacked him right. I would have taken him, thrown him out the window, learned to fly, and see ya. I don't understand this. Can you explain it to me? Because
No.
I'm getting a little hostile.
No, I got to tell you, but that is the plus side of the vaccine. They got sick and they're doing really, really well. So that's really good
So if
news.
somebody sits in your hospital bed, says, "I don't care, I'm sick. You gotta take care. You gotta take care of me." That's the first thing. and I'm not getting vaccinated, do you take care of them or do you send them home? Anybody
They're
got
in
an
the
answer for
hospital
me?
bed, yeah, but you have to take care of them. They're in the
I have
hospital.
to what?
I mean, they're in the hospital. They need to be taken care of by a nurse or a doctor. So you're going to have to take care of them. I would.
Your Hippocratic oath.
Even though they said they're not taking the vaccine, you're still going to.
So I'm still taking care of them,
Correct.
even though they're doing everything in their power to be sick.
It is your Hippocratic oath, the oath you take
Even though they
to
want
do
to
no
stay
harm.
on that line.
So if I want to inject myself with poison and I ask you, the doctor, to give it to me, load it up, syringe, keep loading it, you're going to do that?
Me as the doctor, I can't give you poison. I can only make you better.
So if I give you poison, how's that feel?
No, I mean, I will take the right precautions. I will come in my Michelin Man suit. and
Michelin
I-
Man suit.
I'll
Yes,
bubble that.
because clearly you want to be sick or you want to be.
But that's
I don't
my-
doubt that you have one.
Yeah.
Of those.
But that's what my point is. Why don't we just put them in a wheelchair and escort them outside?
Extra tall.
Because you can't. You take a Hippocratic oath to do no harm and
First
to
of
treat
all,
Yeah,
everybody.
you have
Word-
to help,
hold
even
on.
though it's like the worst
What is
person.
Hippocratic?
Even though you don't want to help
Yes.
yourself. What does the word Hippocratic mean?
Hippocrates, the philosopher.
Like,
Well, he died.
you
Nobody
just can't
cares.
treat-
You
just
take
can't
the oath
treat
of
him terrible.
Hippocrates.
Yeah, you just can't treat him terrible.
So let
because-
me get this right. I'm forced to treat,
Yes.
but you're not
Yes.
forced to get better.
Correct.
Correct.
You're going to do everything in your power to keep getting sick.
Yes.
And I'm forced to take care of you.
Yes.
Correct.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I got a new hypothesis. I got some new news for you. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's kind of how it is. Like,
That ain't how it
that's
is.
kinda
That's
how it
just
is. That's-
how politically correct.
You may not receive the same customer service though.
Yes.
You may not get service with the smile and the doctor sprinting
True.
to your room versus the room next door.
Sprinting. I would put scotch tape on the door, do not disturb. But they're taking up a bed. So let me get this right. You're vaccinated and you have an appendicitis, and now I can't perform surgery because I don't have enough hands and everything else. So what do I send you home and keep the guy who
Good looking, Josh.
refuses to get
Yep.
Good morning.
get help? I don't understand the English. I'm a little confused. Maybe it's my dementia.
So I
Just-
saw the.
there's a lot of gray areas. That's it.
Gray. This is black and white to me.
If
It
you
is
guys
to
were in
you, but
school-
there's gray areas.
Well, you don't have children yet. But
don't.
if you had kids, great, because you guys are a child, you could potentially
I
have
have children.
children.
No? I thought you had a kid.
Like you could have it.
I could. Yeah.
You have nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Are they going to school with masks?
Yeah, they're going to school, man.
Are you okay with that?
Me, if they were my children, I'd probably pull them out and just do homeschool. But like what is it? Their mom and dad, or my brother wants to take them to school. I want to make sure.
Does your brother want to do homeschooling?
No, he doesn't, because he's a busy guy, so he doesn't.
You see, that's the other thing.
He's a busy
People
guy.
got to work.
He
So
has
now the
yeah,
state is giving vouchers.
for-
They're saying that if you mandate a mask and your child is bullied because they do not want to wear the mask, it is going under the voucher program of bullying and against like special needs. So you don't have to wear the mask. So you cannot wear the mask and they will send you a voucher to pay for you to go to private school. Great, right? However, what if the private school requires you to wear a mask?
You gotta wear it.
But they're pulling out of public school because
The bullying, and not because of the mask.
they want to wear the mask. They don't want to wear masks.
But then you don't go to that school.
And then you look at all these special need kids that if other people don't wear a mask and they're immunocompromised, what it's doing to them. I want to call our friends in Sensibility and bring them in.
I'm going to tell you, why is it that the mask and bully now makes the news? Why is it that all of a sudden, they're going to get bullied? Meanwhile, we've been on a campaign for 6 years. 6, count them, not 5, 6 years. We got shirts, anti-bullying and everything else. Why didn't we discuss about bullying back then? We had to wait for this?
No, bullying
Seriously?
was always like bullies always.
But
been
we don't
top
do
of-
nothing about it. All of a sudden, because of this shot, because of a freaking mask on your face, you think that this is taking away your rights? What are you, a freaking imbecile? Really?
But if you're not wearing them, it's putting other people who are immunocompromised at risk. You're putting special needs children
I get
at
that.
risk.
But all of a sudden, we have conversations about bullying because of masks. Not because bullying is the
No,
wrong thing
this
to
is political.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay shut.
Our
You-
lovely,
Keep that
our
disclaimer rolling,
lovely
baby.
governor has made this political.
Correct.
He's rolling the dice, and he's going to come up craps on this one.
He is making this political, and everyone else makes this political, and that's, to
I
me,
read-
wrong.
I read an article yesterday where people that are vaccinated are teed off, and people in the government says, so what? That don't do nothing to help. You don't do nothing to help. That's how they feel now. Now the point of emphasis is if you're not vaccinated, to do away with all the BS about it and all the hotheads about it. And meanwhile, they sit in hospital beds and they tell me to my face, if I'm a doctor, I tell hypocrisies to suck this finger. Because if I'm a doctor and you tell me you ain't going to get vaccinated and I ain't going to tell you, then I ain't going to take care of you. Let God decide what to do with you. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what's happening now in some of the
And
offices.
don't look at me that way.
I'm not. That's what's happening now in some of the offices in the nursing homes.
But is it fair?
Well, your
But-
mom works in healthcare.
Yeah, but being that you are like, or that person's at your hospital, you're gonna have to take care of that person.
86 real quick, man. I'm going to tell you, there are
You're gonna
people
lose your
that I know
license so
that were
fast.
rid of bodies very quickly.
But here's what's
know.
happening. When your mom goes to work,
Yeah.
not everyone, I bet, in her company is vaccinated.
Not yet. She
And-
what is it? Including herself, she's still what is it?
That's
She's
good.
planning to take her first shot, but like you know, after all of her boys took it, she's calm. She's calmer now because she didn't see anything happen to us. So
And I know for a fact that not everyone where Linda or Chuck works are vaccinated.
most definitely.
And they've got kids, and their kids aren't vaccinated, which means
And they got sick. I can
They
tell
have
you
not gotten
stories.
sick.
People in this situation that got sick.
some have, some haven't. And then it's this whole thing as to should you be allowed to come to work if you are unvaccinated anywhere, let alone healthcare, and then take care of patients.
Well,
Should you be allowed to
let's
come-
Let's be logical. We're doing it the
Oh,
other
you're
way.
going to be logical?
Yeah. We're doing it the other way and people getting sick. Fair thing to say?
Let's
Numbers
take
are
that
up.
disclaimer off, Josh.
Numbers up. Everything is up.
We're good.
Is it fair to
Numbers
say?
are up 100%.
Okay, so is it
So
fair
we're
to
good,
say
Don.
doing it this way does not work? Is that fair to say? Is it causing a divide in the country? Is that fair to say?
A greater divide, yes.
Okay, so can we do it the other way? And for 60 days and watch what happens. And they're going to say no because you can't take the shot out of me after you take it. But I bet you the numbers come down.
Sure.
So why can't we try it the other way? Obviously, this way doesn't work. You can have all your political rights you want, just straight to the hospital.
This has become incredibly political. And I don't understand why, and a lot of misinformation.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why. We went out Saturday night and people were talking about how when polio vaccine came out, when MMRs came out, majority of people
Majority.
the majority had their kids
Majority?
the majority vaccinated. And here's my opinion as to why people aren't doing this, because there is so much misinformation on both sides. And there is so much social media coverage of different information and opinions on both sides. And the World Wide Web, you can pull up a statistic you can find a statistic on anything to support your belief.
True.
On both sides.
True that.
And that is why it is evoking fear in a lot of people. And if you just, look at your mom, for example. She was fearful.
She was fearful to take the shot. Yeah.
And
She's
But she
okay
took
now.
it.
No. She's
And
going
she-
to take it. She hasn't taken it.
Okay, but she's gonna go take it.
Yeah, and then there's somebody that told me that she took the shot. She didn't really want to take the shot, but she heard that I took the shot, and she's like, I might as well take the shot.
So you're a role model.
And
That's
I
why
think
they
a lot
want to
of
put
it
you
is-
out there. Yeah.
I've
whether
heard
you
a lot
want
of
to or
it's
not.
different cultural slick. I heard people from the Caribbean are more scared to get the vaccine than the Anglo-Americans in the United
True,
States.
because Caribbean, they worry about like natural things from Jamaicans to everybody from the Caribbean. I was like Dominican, Haitian. They do natural remedies to clean.
Well, don't take the ashwagandha I took, because that natural remedy root almost freaking killed me.
like if I know if I was back in Haiti, like if my mom heard about the coronavirus, she probably went back to her garden where like her goats and her cows is, pick like I don't know what type of leaves. She just takes them off and then she just boils them, and then she's like, drink it, you'll be fine.
Even that's good.
Like a
That's
sage.
good.
But that is what I heard. I heard culturally, people from the islands and the Caribbean they don't really want to take it. And what's happening is one person says no, and it spreads. Just as we all say you should, culturally they go no, don't. And those are the majority of our home health aides. Those are the majority of people working in nursing homes. And those are probably the worst jobs. No one would want those jobs. The fact that they are doing this is a huge credit and a huge thank you. They all deserve the credit for what they do, but they're afraid to get vaccinated. So there's like this twofold thing. They do this amazing job, but they could get sick. And then most of the people they're working with are the elderly. So again, it's this ping pong thing.
Yeah,
And
but when they get sick and they have a lot of elderly, you're gonna start like that forest fire in California.
No, but
new
they
one.
Always hear, they always
new
hear
forest
like
fire.
I know, like my aunt always hears like weird stuff that's in the vaccine and whatnot, and she's like, I don't want to take it, such and such. Like I know my mom talks to her sisters like on a daily, and they always say there's something in the vaccine. I don't know. I don't trust it. Do you trust it? And then they all cumulatively say, no, I don't trust it. I'm not taking it. I don't want to take it. Let's take something else, or let's do something else.
But there is no something else. They would have given the something else if there was
No,
that.
they have their own remedies and
That's fine until it ain't.
elixirs.
are
all
you
that.
still working at the dance school?
Not at the moment, but I do know that we've gone back to the policies just like here, where masks are being put back into place, our protocols for cleaning and safety, the one-way enter and one-way exits. But I think there's been debate as to whether to allow children to have the freedom or not to take off their masks. So there's been debates with dance schools and other facilities that are not under school systems to
Sure.
say wear the mask when they're in the public space, but then to spread out in the dance room to give the option to the parent and the child as to whether they want the mask on or off when doing the physical activity, even though they're indoors.
What do you think?
I personally believe that if they're under 12, you know that they can't have a vaccine yet, and I'm a fan of the vaccine and of wearing masks, and I think it goes into responsibility not just for yourself and your own protection and your own family, but it's communal responsibility. It's helping the person who may not be as healthy or safe as you. So children, yes, while they're most likely to stay healthy and fit, they can still be a spreader, and you don't know who they're going to come in contact with. So why not mask up if it could help save somebody else?
Now, did you see what New York City just passed?
You have to show your vaccine card to go into a restaurant?
Everywhere.
The
Anywhere.
gym.
And the police, because I spoke to my sister, I'm going to tell you about that conversation. At the 3-4, I still know the sergeants up there. They have the right now to ask you to see your vaccination card if you're not working with a mask in the street. And they're doing it. And if there's a new gig in New York where they are printing fake cards.
Yep.
Of course.
If they catch you with a fake card, there's a number on that, Einstein's, that you can't see. They take your car gets confiscated, your vehicle gets confiscated if you're driving, and it is put in as evidence in crime. You're going to serve 12 months in federal jail,
Oh, snap.
It's not worth it.
okay? If they catch you with a fake card, and if you printed it, you're in trouble. If you got it from somebody and you don't give them up, they can even go after your condo or private assets. Now, you talk about taking away your rights. You know that this constitutionally ain't going to work. But just the fear of what's going on up there. De Blasio don't want nobody walking around that isn't vaccinated. So my sister, I love my sister. I hung up on my sister, and she called me back. I says, you know the deal. We and you got nothing else to talk about. It's all three of them up there ain't got it. So I called her job or her on the phone. I want to talk to the CDC. I want to report my sister. She says, are you insane? I said, you want to see insane? I'm going to do it on the air tomorrow. So I told her.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Mimi's so sorry.
Not sorry. My sister has a little boy that lives in that house. Send me him. Send me him. And I don't care what you do. I don't care if you never get a shot, Miriam. And that's my sister. But send me that little boy, which I'm not going to name his name. Send me him. Because I think he deserves his shot. They're poking his nose every week because they refuse. Are you kidding me? That's a life?
And Frankie and Lisa, not
I don't even
either.
want to go there. Because I ain't talking to none of them.
None of them got it.
None of them. And my sister won't have a job, Mrs. Santori. She has to be vaccinated by the 1st of September. That ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. When we didn't have a choice, do you remember how we were running around in this place with the look of fear in our eyes and closing that door? Was that fair? And going home and praying we didn't get mama sick. Going home and praying that you didn't get your kids or your grandpa and grandma sick Was that fair? And given a choice, now we're going to sit back and say no? Really? What are we, stupid?
Chelsea was really upset. She was crying. She goes, I don't understand. We have done everything we should do to do the right thing. We closed our businesses. We worked from home. We didn't go out. We got vaccinated. We've cleaned. We're very careful. She goes, and now,
Feels like
because
punishment.
people haven't done the right thing, we are still back to where we started. She goes, my life is still back on hold. I still can't get out and meet people because people aren't getting vaccinated. You still can't go to the clubs because people aren't vaccinated and wearing masks. You still can't you can, but you don't feel safe to do these things. And she's like, why have I done the right thing?
And I'm
there are
being punished.
those that are still punished that I can't move forward with my life.
I went to Muddy Waters on Friday. I love Muddy Waters, but they don't wear masks there. And I spoke to the manager, and he put me in a corner. Gotta thank you, Muddy Waters. He put me in a corner all by myself. In the trunk of my car, I brought out a cooler of water, and I'm bathing in the parking lot with a sign that says, because you're not vaccinated, I gotta do this. And I'm sanitizing the spray. I didn't put the spray on me, the Lysol. I put it in the air all around me like an idiot. I mean, how much stupid do I gotta act to send a message? Well, we didn't have a choice. You were caca in your pants. And now you got a choice? And you're gonna treat it this way, really?
I tell you, I went to Copperfish on Saturday night. They all had masks on.
Yes, most restaurants do, but some do not.
They all had masks on, and they said, where do you want to sit? And there were some empty tables outside by themselves. We stood right there, and we had like our own little area, and they were amazing. They were great. Totally masked, anything they could do. They changed the silverware between, they wiped the table in between each course. They were amazing.
And they were telling me, they were arguing with me when I was doing the saying, and if everybody got vaccinated and the new Delta, whatever, Lumi,
Yeah, there's a whole nother one.
and takes that down, well, then what are you going to say? I told him, you're right. But until we get there at 100%, you're never going to know. And you ain't never going to hit it 100%. I get it. I would like 90%.
I think we're like getting to 70.
We need
We're 61 right now.
75.
I mean, look what you went through to get to your dad to be safe.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
tested yourself every day.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
And then I did one, before coming in. But I did one before coming in too. But yeah, it was scary going up there with someone who knows immunocompromised and stuff. When you get up there, you get in that little the
Yeah.
airplane, just a tube of COVID, in my opinion. Like,
It is like the subway in New York. It's a tuber. It is the petri dish. You want to get a bacteria? Just take a swab anywhere on the plane.
You see, so France did the same thing that New York is doing, and people are up in arms in France. They are
they're
freaking
very
out.
liberal.
They are protesting in France like crazy in the streets because they're doing the same thing New York
Manuel's
is
birthday
doing.
was on Friday. You just saying? We
Yeah.
wished him a happy birthday, and he tells me what's happening in Spain right now. Remember when Spain, Europe lost all those seniors, all the seniors
In Italy.
that were in Italy? Of course they're gonna go to lockdown. They remember India. They didn't have enough places to bury people. They buried them in the streets, and now they're back up the numbers again. Choose.
It's
Choose.
just crazy what's going on. We got a lot of stuff to do here, guys.
We know.
More to come on the 12 o'clock show. It is
Now you got
back.
me all
It's your
fired
treat.
up.
You fired us all up. But you know what else I've realized? That culturally it's so different how people feel about things. And you can see it
What
even
cultural?
Hispanic
this
versus
thing doesn't-
island versus
This doesn't
Jewish,
discriminate.
Anglo.
This thing will
no.
tell you what culture you're from.
Yes, but
versus yes.
Dominicana.
but-
You're not even Dominican.
But people's reactions to it are totally different. Totally different. Even you and your sister are totally different, which is
not
unbelievable.
different. We're not different.
You're not?
No. My sister used to cry when New York was
Why is
dying.
she not doing it?
When New York was because she's stupid. And I can say that because she's my sister. When New York was crying, she called me every other day crying about how people at her job at Columbia Presbyterian were dying. When they brought in those big trucks and ice coolers and those bodies were flowing outside the hospital, she was assigned there. She couldn't take it so much that she decided, can I work from the house? And she ran home. And she ran home. And I say to her, is that what you want to do for the rest of your stupid life? Is that what you want?
You talk to your sister?
Well, it was a lot worse than that. When you got choice is one thing. That's what teased me off. When you ain't got choice, I understand. But you got a choice. And I'm not saying that this is a cure to everything. I just want to get this heat down. You know, this is a fire, a furnace out of control. Let's get it down.
Yep.
Leave the 10% of the population a bunch of knuckleheads. That's okay. We can deal with 10%. You can't deal with this. This is just ridiculous.
So we gotta do what we do. And artist Alan Benowitz was so, I sent him the picture of your dad. He sent us the nicest note. He was really, really happy that it made your dad smile.
It was really the cherry on top there, yeah.
I'm glad he's feeling well.
You know, at the end of the day, that is what it's about. If you can bring a smile to somebody's face and you can have hope, and you can go, you know what, it's all going to be okay, and you take those little wins, that's what it's all about. Not all of this other political nonsense. It's about the
Dawn,
wins,
I
and
need
you
a
know
big
what?
win.
It's all okay.
I need a big win.
If you
I'm
take
tired
the
of these
small
little
wins, it adds up to a big win.
Correct.
Every little win adds up to a big win.
You know, I remember when the vaccine came
You know that
out.
song of hope that we're going to do?
Yeah, that's why they picked me, because I'm passionate. I remember when that shot came out and I looked around, I went first.
Yes, you did.
I said,
And
I'm
I
gonna
was
go
terrified
first.
that
And
you
whatever
went.
happens, happens.
Do you remember how scared I was for you to go? But I knew you had to
Scared
go?
what?
Because I felt like other people felt.
Which is, you're the one that told me you were going to go get it, and then you were the last.
I like that. Yeah. You wanted to do it.
You know, you were talking about immunocompromised people and people with diabetes and people and all. Meanwhile, I'm just as, I don't want to say bad, I'm in the same boat you are, but I worry more about you than me.
That's why I went
I
first.
spent the weekend sick, and I was just happy no one else got
That's
sick
why I
but
went
me.
first, because she worries more about me than herself.
Exactly.
Listen,
Big, strong, burly man
the
you
bo-
are over
the-
there.
The bottom line, and I've had other problems, and was it because of the shot? I don't know.
You endorsed me.
That's what's looking at me go first.
That's why you go first. Thank God you're here.
Because I'm a big burly man, yeah.
Do you guys still have all of that
That's why
content?
you go first, right?
Of course.
So Slick, here's what I want to do, and you guys can work on this collaboratively, and Josh too. You remember we talked Friday about the Miss America song, and they've got all the female Olympians doing it. I want to do that with Kendra's
He
song.
has it.
I want to take the audio from Kendra's song.
Well, we're going to work on the campaign,
And
but
then
he
do the other
has
thing.
something.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got. Let's play it.
Just play it.
Make sure it has audio when you play it.
It has audio. Just press the audio button on it. See, press the audio button. This one. Okay. That's the commercial that she was talking about. I don't know if she saw it. It's about the
Mrs. Long?
Yes?
We've found a baby
No, it's
girl
fine.
for your adoption,
It's time.
but
It's time. It's okay.
there's some things you need to know.
Look at her.
She's in Siberia, and she was born with a rare condition. Her legs will need to be amputated. I know this is difficult to hear. Her life, it won't be easy. Mrs. Long?
It might not be easy, but it'll be amazing. I can't wait to meet her.
We believe there is hope and strength in all of us. Toyota, proud partner of Team USA.
Stretching, and she puts it away. Ross, cross court, got it. That is it. The United States has won the gold medal.
To get a gold medal finally just feels so amazing.
The A-team looking to stay hot at the beach while perfection continues in the gym. Hello, I'm Alexa Shaw. Golden Sand caps a golden run for a pair of Californians. Beach volleyball. The U.S. has won a medal in every Olympics since the sport was added in 1996. The U.S. team of April Ross and Alex Kleinman taking on the 5th-ranked Australian duo in the gold medal match. Temperatures on the sand reaching 120 degrees. The A-team wins the first set 21-15 and leads in the second.
The United States has scored 9 unanswered points. Ross has the dig. And she puts it away. April Ross patrolling the back line like a sand panther.
That's part of a 10-0 run. The American duo wins the second set 21-16. April Ross wins her 3rd Olympic medal with her 3rd different partner. It's the first Olympic gold medal for both April and Alex.
This is what we dreamed of, and this is why we sacrificed so much and worked so hard, but I still don't know if I ever really expected this to come true, and it just feels like such a fairy tale, and I'm so grateful for April and the rest of our team, and it was truly a team effort. I feel like we all worked together so well and everybody chipped in, and I'm just beyond proud of our team.
The U.S. women's volleyball team will add to their trophy case. The Americans advanced to the gold medal match, beating Serbia in the semifinal in straight sets 25-19, 25-15, 25-23. Despite winning a medal in each of the last 3 Olympic Games, a Tokyo gold would be their first. U.S. and Serbia also meeting up in a semifinal on the basketball court. The U.S. women's basketball team riding a 53-game Olympic winning streak. The American team outscores the Serbians 25-12 in the first quarter and never turned back, advancing to the gold medal game with a 79-59 victory, make it 54 wins in a row. 3 players score in double digits in the winning effort. Another upset on the track. Men's 400-meter American expectations dashed with 4th and 5th place finishes. Bahama's Stephen Gardiner takes gold, his nation's first medal of the Games. Colombia's Anthony Zambrano claimed silver, becoming the first Colombian man to win an Olympic medal in track and field. The world's greatest athlete, the title given to the winner of the decathlon for the first time, belongs to a Canadian. Damian Warner sets an Olympic record in Tokyo, improving upon his Rio bronze. The 31-year-old becomes the oldest Olympic medalist in this event. The U.S. had won gold at the previous 3 Olympic Games, but placed 4th, 6th, and 10th in Tokyo. Women's pole vault. Katie Nazat makes a golden Olympic debut. The 30-year-old from Ohio becomes the 3rd American to win gold in this event since it was introduced in 2000. Men's race walk 50 kilometers, or a bit more than 31 miles. Poland's David Tomala in his 2nd Games finishes first. He may be the last Olympic champion in this event, as it's not expected to be included in future games. Women's field hockey bronze medal match. Indian women trying to match the Indian men with the same Tokyo finish. Battling an experienced team from Great Britain who had won gold in Rio. India keeps it close but falls short 4-3. The Brits take bronze. Women's golf. 3rd round tee times moved in an effort to manage heat exposure. Although it seems nothing can cool off the world's top-ranked player. American Nelly Korda enjoying a 3-stroke lead after 3 rounds, following her 2nd round 62 with a 69. But the shot of the day belongs to fellow American Danielle Kang. Her 2nd on 17 lands on the green and bounces in and out of the cup. Weather may impact the final round of the women's golf tournament, too. Visit NBCOlympics.com to stay up to date on all of the latest news, updates, and results from Tokyo. I'm Alexa Shaw.
There she is, Miss America. There she is, your ideal. With so many beauties, she took the town by storm. With her all-American face and form. And there she is, walking on air, she is. Fairest of the fair, she is, Miss America.
There she is. I thought the commercial was fantastic. It was
Wow, Slick, that was awesome.
Nice job.
What I love about that last commercial, I'm glad you're here because we talked about it last week, it's just showing you that everyone, any woman can be Miss America, that every woman is equal, and it's not about beauty on the outside, it's about who you are as a whole person. And I know that's so much of the platform, so you can take this and you can just like go with it.
Very true, and it really does fit in. I think there's been a lot of empowering commercials. I know the swim one in the beginning that you started off too, Slick.
That was impactful.
Excellent. There's so many really good. I loved watching the Olympic commercials, I think, more than the past Super Bowl within the past couple of years.
Because the Nike ones were like, what is it? The Nike ones were mostly showing off Sha'Carri Richardson and how, like, you know, she's coming back.
I know we got to wrap this up. We can do more of this at 12.
Did you see that Nike removed the commercial where the women's basketball team was on the down? They put thank you for the number of years and all this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like they were Dentonbury, and they pulled it.
And they came back.
I just have to.
But they won.
I just have to bring up like the fact of whoever is behind the Olympic Committee or NBC, the turnaround time for these commercials is ridiculous because they like imagine you just want gold, right? For I don't know what, probably shot put or something.
Oh, they had the commercial.
They already had the commercial on an iPad, and then these kids are already running for it. I don't know if it was already made.
It is. It's a template, and then they take the winning video and they put it right in, and boom.
Yeah, they must have a like
less than an hour. You could do.
Yeah,
seen it done right in front.
Because
of
they did it like right when that person won gold.
Yep.
The commercial hit, and they already played it.
Yep.
We should try and up the game here and do that.
We
should do
should
the narrative and then pop in the video.
because their team is kind of like
So if we can do that, then that weekend review we talked about would be done every day.
ridiculous.
We would. All you have to do is put those 5 pieces together, and you got a weekend review.
Correct.
Why don't you just do it today on? Why do you do a weekend review?
You could do that too.
You can do a day in
All I
review.
can tell you is if you really want it, like those ladies that wanted that medal,
Yeah.
you go get it. You don't wait for it to come. You go
Yeah.
get it.
So much to talk about. Slick, that was great.
Oh,
More to
no
come
problem.
on the 12 o'clock. We've got Fuego, I think, today at 11:30, and got some shows to prepare for. What else you got?
No, we got some other stuff we got to do. I got to do some stuff in there.
Training to do. Have a great morning, everyone. Tune in later. Give us a call at the studio, 888-994-4995, and we will see you in a little bit.
Studio A.
Bye-bye.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Ready, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No, company dry.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions, and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs, because, you know, your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.